Hey guys, I'm the LockPicking Patrolman, and tonight I have another episode of LSI, Lock Sport Investigation. And a while back I featured this lock, the Brady 7140 Lockout Tagout, on my channel. After I posted that video, I was contacted by Pickle Winner, and he said that he had three of these locks, and all three of them had become completely inoperable. And he offered to send them to me to see what I could make of it. So I accepted. And when I received them, they were all three locked up in the locked position. And inside the cores, the keyways were turned like this. But you couldn't see it because of the way they were inside the lock body. So they were turned as such that they appeared to be in the regular operating position, like this. You can't tell, well, you can because this lock still operates, but the top of the keyway was not in the right position. Top of the keyway would have been this way when I received these locks, and you could take the key and try to insert it there. However, the key wouldn't go in. And that was one of the things that struck my curiosity whenever Pickle Winner emailed me about these. So he shipped them on out to me, and I started looking at them, played with them, fiddled with them, beat them on the table repeatedly, shone a light down in the court, and finally it hit me how he had turned the cores 180 degrees. Now, if you have one of these master lockout tagout locks, you know that if you pick them, you do not turn the key 100 or the plug 180 degrees, because doing so will create a rattle, because you can shake it, sounds like a baby's rattle, all the pins falling out of the core and the Bible and everything. Anyway, bad situation. You kill your lock when you do that in a master lock. However, because we know that ABIS is put together with a little more quality in mind, this isn't the case. So when you turn your ABIS lock, your ABIS Brady 7140 core, a 180, then the driver pins from the Bible fall down into the keyway. And you can look at this keyway and see that it's got the stylized ABIS, where that spells out ABIS on there. And I can show you in comparison with its much bigger brother. This is the 888 core. So you can see that this is simply just a teeny tiny version of the 888. Anyway, so I managed on two of these locks to get the driver pins. I took a pick, ran it down through the core while I was applying tension up here, and ran a pick down through there and managed to shove the driver pins back into the Bible, and allowed me to rotate the core back to the proper position. One thing that Pickle Winner did tell me before he sent me these locks is that he had pinned them up to learn how to pick spools. And Pickle Winner, I think one of the reasons why all this bad luck may have fell upon you with these locks is you had these pins spaced out where there were only 3 pins populated. Pins 1, 3, and 6, or sometimes 5. 1, 3, and 5, I believe, in one, and I believe in the other was 1, 3, and 6. Anyway, that kind of creates a lot of open space there, and it also doesn't really matter when learning how to pick spools or any other security pins. If you have all 3 of those pins, chambers 1, 2, and 3 populated up here at the front, then you still get the same kind of feedback. The only difference is you don't have to reach all the way back into the lock with your pick. If you're going to do that, I would recommend putting standard pins in the back of it, especially if you've already gotten down the hang of picking standard pins. Now, I understand going from a 4 or 5 pin master lock to a 6 pin with security spools in there. I can understand that's a bit of a leap. So you don't have to populate these last couple ones. But anyway, so these are 2, and I said that he sent me 3. So let's look at the third one. The third one, and by the way, here are all the little pins, tiny spools, nice little Avis spools. The third one was not nearly as cooperative. And in fact, it's been some weeks since Pickle Winner sent me these locks. And tonight was the first night that I was able to get lock number 3 open. And you can see right here that I used the master lotto key, aka the rotary tool, and I did sacrifice several cutting discs. Not to mention the fact that the cats have all been completely ticked off at me. Using a cutting disc on a plastic body padlock is a very effective malodorant generator. In other words, it stinks up the whole daggone house. Anyway, a little while ago, I got this gutted, and grab my... Sorry about that, guys. Had to grab my pliers. Let's pull this core out of here because I want to keep the plastic body intact for right now. Okay, there you can see there are 2 pins populated right there. And these would be key pins, I believe. They would not, I couldn't force them back down into the keyway. And so you can see that I did try a brute force attack on this lock. Let's try this. Okay, going that way. Sorry that I'm not more prepared on this. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's just... There you can see those pins I just popped down. Let's take a pick, use the backside. And Robert is your father's brother. We can get this lock turned around, hopefully. Okay, didn't want to go that way. So let's try it the other way. Anytime you guys, you new pickers who are just getting into this, get into a situation with a core like this, all you have to do is, instead of fretting and getting all ticked off at yourself, don't worry about that. If you get the driver pin stuck in the core of the lock, okay, there we go. In other words, you rotate your plug 360 and it's not one of the master locks, then what you should be able to do is go and put the back of your pick like that. Let's see. Let's push these key pins down. And there we go. So now I can take this core apart, pull the pins out. You can see that I did hit it with the Lotto Master tool and also hit it with the Master Keyway tool, aka a flathead screwdriver. But anyway, pick a winner. Thank you for sending these to me. I hope that this helps you with any future endeavors. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you guys the inside of this. So I went and I took the rotary tool, and I just opened that completely the wrong way. See, actually, let me flip it back over. There we go. And you can see how the actuator and the shackle and shackle screw and the ball bearings all sort of lay in there. Well, this one ball wants to keep escaping. But anyway, this is the housing that contains the core with the retaining screw, and that's the actual mechanism there. No spring on the shackle. So anyway, guys and gals, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Pick a winner. Hit me up with an email address, and I'm going to send you a couple locks that will hopefully help you in your quest to learn how to pick spools, especially smaller ones like this. I've got quite a number of these guys right here. Just remember, don't turn the core 180. I'll even do you a favor and put a mark at the top where it's supposed to be turned back to. And don't worry, I made the exact same mistake on one of these locks when I was first learning how to pick. So anyway, folks, stay legal, because the lock-picking patrolman doesn't want to have to visit you when he's on duty. All right, guys, have a great evening. All right, guys, I wanted to show you this core that I pulled out of this Brady. This was the one that I did all the destructive entry to earlier today. I don't know why the camera's not focusing right now, but you can see I couldn't get any of these keys into the keyway. So just after I cut the video a minute ago, I picked it open in the vise, and I just want to show you exactly what we're dealing with upstairs. I'm not even bothering with a pinning tray right now. There we go. Sorry about that. You can see key pins populated in 1 and 3. And I know that Pick a Winner said he'd pin these up as progressive locks. So I believe this one had 2 pins. One had 3 pins, and it's hard telling. I think the 2 of them actually had 3 pins, but they're the 2 key pins out of this. Again, you can see, can't even get the key into that one. That's how badly I mangled it. I did save the C-clip on there, and there we go. Had a spool, or excuse me, a standard and a spool, and a couple of little springs up top. So anyway, thanks. We'll see you again, and pick a winner. Great job. It's not a huge mistake. I've made the same thing, and in fact, way back in one of my earlier videos, I believe it was picking another Abus, I did the exact same mistake during the gutting. I turned the core 180, jammed up the driver pins into the core. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry about the long video. Sorry about the waffling. But anyway, hope it helps somebody. All right, we'll see you next time.